We're having a really weird, pretty chilly spring, so I've been a bit slower in getting things going in the gardens, but I just wanted to do an initial video because it's always cool to look back and track the growth of things. So let me start off with the gutter planters. Once again, I need to replace these boards. You can see how warped they are. But lumber last year was just, in the last 2 years, in fact, was just crazy expensive due to the pandemic. And it was like, I think I paid $12 total for these boards. They're 2 by, I think they're 1 by 4 by 12 feet, I think, or 10 feet. Anyway, they're like $30 a piece now at the lumber, at the Home Depot. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother replacing them. They still work. They're just leaning a bit, but you know, so what? But this year I've got beets in here, 2 types of beets. This is a spicy salad mix. It's really yummy. I've grown it before. And then this bed has crisp romaine and also something called French crisp head lettuce. And I think I have, there's a red romaine in there as well, which is funny because I don't remember planting red romaine, but I guess I did. Yeah, because this just said romaine. Maybe it was a mix of colors because they didn't seem to be that red when I planted them. But, oh, and of course the dinosaur guarding everything. And then the cool thing is this year, a guy came out and he replaced the gutters on the house because they had fallen off right here and they were all just falling apart. So he put all new ones on there. And then when he saw my gutter planters and he was done, he said, hey, come look at the fence. And he had tacked up an extra section of gutter he had. So I have a third gutter planter. Isn't that cool? And so this one is just filled with romaine. And again, the I think it's crisp head. Yeah, it's alternating romaine, and this curlier stuff is the French crisp head lettuce. So it really looks great, doesn't it? I like the white, but I thought that was super sweet of him. Over in this bed, this is kind of disappointing, but as you'll see now, there's all kinds of sluggo, pet safe granules in there to keep the slugs at bay, because I planted a whole bunch of these graffiti purple, like I grew one last year, and the cheddar orange cauliflower, and they are all pretty much gone. Something ate them in a matter of like one night, or actually 2 nights. The first row, back row was gone, and then the front row disappeared. And I did see a little rat around here that showed up on my wildlife camera, so it could be it as well. But I'm thinking slugs because they just love to munch stuff like that. So I'm kind of pissed off that I have to buy a whole new, that's like, I don't know, $7 worth of cauliflower there. This is a Roma tomato. And I got smart this year. Instead of putting my tomatoes all in corners of beds that were right next to beds, and it made them really hard to get in to trim them, I put this one in the corner here so I can walk right up to it, which is so much better. And this is, again, a Roma tomato. And then back here, and this backyard looks like a mess because nothing's happened so far. The back fence, doesn't that look lovely? One whole section of that metal fence blew down in a windstorm that we had. But this is a little grape tomato, an Oregon variety. This is actually my old windmill with a top from another windmill because my windmill was squealing really bad, and so I bought a new one, and then I went through a whole thing of, then that one blew down and I had to get another one. So basically I have 3 windmills now. So you'll see what I've done with all of them. And this is the top from the second one and the frame from the original one. There'll be more stuff going on back here now, but that's it for now. The butterfly bush, we won't see you until May or June. This is the garlic that I planted in fall, and it has really done well. All 13 of them are growing really great. So I'm excited about that. First time ever growing garlic. And if we go over here, this, and again about this, the problem with this gutter is that it was coming off the house, and so instead of routing the water like it's supposed to the downspouts and safely off the house, it was coming down like a waterfall, and it would hit right there in that corner. And so the corner post in there rotted out, and this whole raised bed is coming apart. So I don't really feel like screwing around with this year, so I think I'm just going to put a couple of corner braces in here to keep things together. and it should be fine because we won't have any more water just pouring down like that. This is the tower from the replacement that the one I bought to replace my original one, but then it fell over and bent. See that right there? So I took the lower legs off of this, and now this will be a bean tower. Like, I don't know if you saw my other videos. I had the windmill in my raised bed at my old place, and it really did well with the pole beans. But these are some Oregon snow peas, I believe. Then we've got some red ace beets and some bull's blood beets, and these are the same ones that I have in the gutters. And as you notice, I've got a whole circle of that Sluggo pellets on there. These are some flower sweet peas that I'm going to plant below either the hummingbird, what am I saying, windmill out front, or the windmill out back. And then this is all just open space. This is reserved for when I find my lemon boy tomato plant, which I loved last year. It was these beautiful yellow tomatoes, and I had tomatoes through Halloween. It was great. This is my organic strawberry patch, and as you can see, it looks pretty amazing. I probably need to thin it out, but it's nice to see, despite how freezing it got this winter, that look how healthy this looks. And I'm going to pause, and we're going to walk to the front. This is some more of the these are the only 4 that have survived of my graffiti purple and orange and the cheddar orange. So hopefully these cauliflower will grow. This is broccoli over here, and then I'm going to put some squash over here, and later this will all be pumpkins. And then here's my brand new windmill, and look what I did with it this time. And I'll post a link to this in case you guys have windmills and want to secure them better. I've got stakes in the ground on the corners, and then I bought these heavy duty, they're these galvanized steel heavy duty corkscrew, what do you call them, stakes that you just screw them down into the ground, and then they have these straps that are basically like a seatbelt material, and then you just tighten the straps. In fact, I need to tighten that one better, but really keeps it secure. So this sucker is not falling over again. Windmill number 3. So I'll update you guys as things grow and I add things, but hope you enjoyed and get planting. It's only 48 degrees now, so I'm going inside.